Hey, welcome to my video. I'm Jennifer Roberts. You're catching me on my YouTube channel, Bitchute channel and Facebook page at True Divine 44. You can also get me on my Instagram and Twitter at The True Divine. Any likes, shares, subscribes, follows, tweets, and most importantly, comments. I love hearing about how you're getting on with the energies and how the readings are helping or how they're resonating or how they're not. And I get back to those as soon as possible. But all of those are greatly appreciated and much love to everybody who does that thus far. So this is where I put out the energy work that I do combined with the tarot work that I do to bring a narrative to you to help guide you on your day, master your own energies and intent, reach your highest potentials, and just basically rock the day in every way that is good for you. Take what resonates as the day's general and leave what does not. There is no offense taken. So this is for the 24th of January 2021, and interesting again. So we've got the 8 of Pentacles as the first card. I've gone with one of my simple old decks, and so this is speaking about what we've built up, what we've worked really hard and diligent towards. That it's creating a wealth, but the hard work isn't over. There's a need to continue this work. There's a need to make sure that we can sustain the pace that we're going at. There's some things that need to be balanced out here, you know, the 4 on one side, the 4 on the other, you know, making sure you don't burn yourself out, making sure you stay in your prosperity. But there is prosperity in this because you've worked so hard to create this. But there's some considerations about this, I feel, for a lot of people as to how sustainable is it. There's a lot of thought to the future, what the future is going to look like regarding sustainability and physical wealth. I want to say to you that a lot of you that I'm picking up on basically are worried about the energies that we're all feeling in this obvious global coup that we're going through right now, and how these so-called powers that be predict that it will be acceptable to them for us to sustain and maintain ourselves and our prosperity and wealth. I want to say to you that, yes, it's important to be aware of this. Yes, it's important to be in consideration and awareness of this, but it's going about it the wrong way, particularly if you are interested in not just your own sustainability and your own prosperity, but in fact, these so-called powers that be not having it their way. Then in this case, I want you to be thinking it in a different way, to continue with the abundant thinking, to continue putting out that focus and intentively of abundance, of prosperity, of that projects work, things are going to work out for you. You're going to be able to maintain and sustain yourself and put yourself on the timeline, even regardless to the collective's timeline. Your timeline will be full of abundance, will be full of beauty, will be full of sustainability and much, much more. And so with that being said, we've got the 3 of Wands. To clarify, these cards are explicit, but the you know, it is what it is with all adults. So there's the 3 of Wands here. So you can see there's this naked passion, this fiery up, this energized energy. And it's in the connection with people working together to create more prosperity. So it's important here that you let yourself be in the sphere of, there's a lot of energy coming up over the last few days of creating tribe, creating teamwork regarding that serves you in your physical experience, regarding in the job roles, the home, the togetherness of tribe. We did the meditation tonight, and it was awesome to be with similar and focused frequency people. And so that all of this is, we're being called upon to do this more and more. So to let go of not our individuality. No, keep a hold of that. That's you. And that's the beauty of you. But for a lot of people that I'm picking up on, it's the fear of not just being answerable to self anymore. The fear of finding the way it all works for you within whatever team or tribe you are participating in. It will work, but you have to maintain your individuality, but be excited as well. Have that naked passion about entering into this new phase of your sustainability, of your projects, of your fulfillment in this physical reality. So the next card, and this is where it gets a bit dicey, because the next card is the Eight of Cups, but it's in reverse. And so this speaks of projects getting accomplished. It speaks of this hard work and this diligence of the Eight of Pentacles paying off. But there's something missing for a lot of you, and it's connected to your emotional sphere. It feels like you've got the physicality aspect of it all. If not in the physical right now, you've got that planned out. You've got that written. You've got that planned in your mind's eye, if not written in physical. But there's something missing in the emotional sphere. You feel like you should be nothing but happy and nothing but excited, and you are with that Three of Wands, but there's a trepidation here. There's a missing part. There's a missing emotional part that it doesn't feel quite as full as you expected it to, or it doesn't feel quite how you projected it to feel. And so this emotional aspect that is missing is niggling. It's getting at you. And so we've got that. How do I say this though? Because I can't. It's something that a lot of you regret letting go of, the opportunity of. Maybe you were too frightened to have that unbridled love, that naked, fiery, passionate love, and take action for that. Maybe you've been ignoring the love aspect in your life, working so hard and diligently in the physical aspect, in the material. Maybe the balance of that has just been out. And now that you're seeing the fulfillment of your hard work, it almost draws even more light into the corner of you that didn't take the chance emotionally, however that resonates with any of you. That you didn't take the jump, that you didn't actually take that amount of action on both sides of you, the emotional side and this physical attainment side. So we've got the Nine of Cups, but it's in reverse again with this Eight of Cups. So this speaks to obstacles maybe coming up in the movement and flow forwards with this project or with this desired outcome. Hiccups along the way. It asks you to not give up. It asks you to not just it asks you to find the enjoyment in it still. But again, these two cards together tell me there's something really missing here that you planned to have within this whole part of your life, as this part of your life unravels and unrolls into the next cycle in your life, the next part of this experience. And it's only for you, whoever resonates with this, to say what that is. A lot of you, it feels like love. A lot of you, it feels like missing the trip, missing the boat on taking the chance for love. A lot of you feels like it might have been fear of love, and so throwing yourself headlong into work, maybe because of past emotional wounds, you didn't want to take that chance of feeling that way again. Again, reverse the thinking of this. If you're constantly thinking that you're going to endure the same wounds, endure the same type of relationship that didn't work for you, or that degraded or wasn't good for you, then that's what you're going to attract in. It takes bravery sometimes to love, and the way this physical reality has been for a long time, there's been a lot of miscommunication and misinterpretation of what love is in relationships, in partnerships. And so we do come into a lot of unnecessary struggles when we're coming together with people. And we do get fearful of feeling that way again. But would you rather take the chance and feel that all enveloping part of you? Because you think that you'll just work hard and get along and, make do and mend. But it's taken the buzz out of even the very thing that you're attaining and moving on with. It's this emotional vacuum is pulling away the joy and bliss of this part of the process. So it's pretty deep. Too deep to go into on a general reading, because it can be from any type of emotional wound or burden that you haven't healed or unburdened yourself from. But you'll know if this resonates with you. It'll hit a chord, because it's sort of, I can feel that chord by proxy, and it feels intense, it feels emotional, it feels at a bit of a lackluster, at a bit of a loss. And so this is where you're going to have to, pull yourself up. This is where you're going to maybe have to talk a bit severely to yourself. If that boat is truly missed, then you bring in something that is similar to, but even better than. And not comparing people, if this involves people, to better or worse than, but that for you, in the part of your process that you're going to be at as you project yourself into this future, to let go of this emotional vacuum that is sucking the life out of your other bliss aspects, then it better meets your frequency, and it just works. No matter what the obstacles are to creating it to work, even doing that is a pleasure. And so that's the way to turn that around a bit. So we've got the Ace of Cups, but in reverse. Ouch. So there's an emptiness here. There's an emptiness emotionally. There's a lot of you who have been work, and really neglected the emotional body of self. And I think a lot of you maybe of feeling the impact of you feeling like you could put this to one side, that this side maybe didn't matter as much as the physical attainment. And you're finding out today that it does. Because when the cup is empty, everything's empty. We're mostly made up of water. We're emotional, watery beings in these physical bodies. And so we are driven by our water. And so when that water is in stagnancy, when it isn't in flow, for better or worse, there's no growth there, and it seems to affect everything. And this is what we're seeing today for whoever resonates with this. Why is your cup empty in the first place? Even if this represents another person outside of self, this still is mostly speaking to you. In fact, in its entirety, it's speaking to you if this resonates with you, in that your cup can only be empty if you perceive it to be empty. That even if you never met another soul, you have the capacity to fill your cup. In fact, it is always full. But it's just whether your consciousness knows about that or not. Because to a low frequency consciousness that is not feeding itself, is not refueling itself energetically, then the perception of an empty cup is an empty cup. But in fact, just like Wayne mentioned again the other day, it's never empty. It's always full. Even if it's filled with air, it's full. That's an element. It's a very important element. Without that, we don't breathe. We don't, get to have this physical experience for very long at all. So it's the perception of, why is your cup empty? There's certain things, there's certain inner workings within yourself, if this resonates with you today, that does need to be resolved. And no matter what reconnections you can make or don't make, it matters not, because your cup is full. But ironically, that brings in the dividends, that brings in, by filling up your cup, by seeing it from a different perspective, that actually brings in more full cups into your life, or it flips these reversed cups the right way up, in which case it would be awesome. So we've got number 3, the Mother. I love this one in this deck. So this would be the Empress. And so you can see here, she's pregnant, she's carrying in that beautiful womb. She has the little girl holding the hand, and she's holding the baby within the womb carefully and lovingly also. She has the protector, her animal, her guide behind her. She is the matriarch. We were just talking about this in that meditation tonight of the join up, which my daughter taught me, join up with horses. Not to, shout and try and get their attention, because then they'll play games with you. They'll play, hard to get when you want them to be got. And so she taught me join up, of where I walk confidently. Everything within my being is speaking, I am the matriarch. I am the leader of this herd. I'm going to keep walking within this field, and you're going to be so interested in what I'm doing that you automatically follow. And polite horse language is that they follow a few paces behind. So they don't put a good big hoof on the back of your ankle like a few ones have done with me. But yeah, the respect is there, the reverence is there. Now, what's this reverence for? It's the reverence for the natural creative beauty that is the Divine Mother, that is the substance that holds the all. And so this is where we speak through our words, our thoughts, our words, and our deeds. And we know that this creates our reality. So what have you been speaking over your emotional self, through your thoughts, through your words, and through your deeds? If you're in a relationship and this resonates, what have you been speaking and feeling over your relationship? What have you been thinking about regarding your relationship? Does it fill you? Does it give you what you desire? Again, the wisdom is that nothing can give you what you desire. You have to be able to give yourself that first. So what are you speaking into your own waters first regarding your emotional body? Are you ethical in love? Are you respectful in love? Do you hold love to a high importance in your life? Do you see the high value of love in your life? All of these things can help you start unpicking why these cups are upside down. And then you can start speaking like the Mother, in charge of you, within you. Join up. creating energy and intent where the right people will be attracted into your life, if it is that you want the right people attracted into your life. More importantly, the right emotions will be felt by you, about you, regarding you, because you hold yourself in high regard. And whether you're male or female, the Divine Mother is what does this. The waters, the emotional body, is what does this. So as you speak into the crystals, your inner crystals within your waters, this is where you see the results. You see the results in relationships outside of self. You see the results as in projects that are looking really good and new movement in your life, but there's something missing. You're the only thing that can be missing. Other people can highlight that to you. Maybe if you've got the wrong people around you, that's highlighted to you, but it's not them that are doing that. They're not the missing link. They're just, people within your own individual play to show you that there's a lackluster there. There's a missing link. There's a disregard for your emotional self there. So we've got the 8 of Cups again on the bottom of the deck. So this is speaking to, again, this is another pregnant lady on a boat. She is sailing off and the cups are behind her, all mounted up. She's divvied them up and she's realized where she isn't really feeling it anymore. And she's turning her back. She's got this pregnant womb, this pregnant tummy pointing towards a new horizon. So are you going to be brave enough to take the leap, to let go emotionally of what you missed out on, what you still grieve over, where the missing link is? Are you able to be brave enough to let go of that? Or indeed, are you brave enough to go forward to it and let go of what has been, highlighting to you that you needed to go that way? All of the characters in your play. If you do, go in the direction that you are truly driven to go towards, where your waters are really pulling you towards, it's going to bring so much more sustainability, prosperity, and abundance in your physical sphere. Because we've got that 3 of Wands here, and then we've got the 3 of the Mother here in a major arcana, the Empress. So in the clarifying deck, it's the 3 and the 3 at the end. And so it definitely is how you're speaking to your own emotional body, as to you could make this project or this new thing that you're going into in your physical experience alongside other people even more fulfilled, even better. When we feel good emotionally, everything is impacted. You know yourself when you get up and you're feeling, emotionally drained and, you're not really feeling the day. The day drags, obstacles happen, nothing goes smoothly, you feel blocked up emotionally. But when you wake up and you're speaking to your waters, like, I'm so excited for today, I'm so in love with me. I'm so in love with myself. I'm so in love with the direction I'm going in. Things, just even obstacles that do come up, which are much more rare in that case, yourself, they just work themselves out. So it's about taking authority over your emotions today, for sure. A super emotional day. We've got the 6 of Swords on the bottom of the other deck. Again, it's in reverse. But the 10 of Pentacles is directly underneath that. So this is where, in the 6 of Swords in other decks, there's the calm waters on one side that the people are going towards. So there's definite movement here, whether it's physical movement or emotional movement, and then physical movement, or just movement in the emotions. There's movement here. But that movement is being limited by your emotional body not being fulfilled, your emotional body not being aligned and serviced by you. So the growth isn't there. Whereas, and the harmony isn't there. There's emotional turbulence for a lot of you today. There's anxiety here for you today. But just by changing that perspective, by changing the wording that you give to self, by programming your inner waters, you know, with the beautiful symmetrical crystals, rather than the distorted perspective views of them, you change, you flip the script like that. You change it like that, because even going towards the new horizon, it's definite physical movement for a lot of you today. There's growth. There's not just the actual physical movement, there is mental, spiritual, and emotional maturity and growth. Going towards new horizons, going towards calmer waters. The waters are your inner waters. But there's definite physical movement. If you are struggling to get physical movement that you want to have, remember this Mother card. Through your thoughts, your words, your deeds, your reality is expressed. So, and know how hard it is when you want to do something, but you're in lack somehow, or you just haven't got quite enough to be able to make it happen. But to channel through that, even when you're in lack, this gives you even greater opportunity for growth. It gives you even greater opportunity for victory. And so the day is set that you can change this around. You can reach out to the right people, or you can let go of the right people that are ready to be let go of. You can speak to yourself intuitively, lovingly, but also firmly. When you start sinking into anxieties and things today, if this is happening, speak like the mother would to a child. Be compassionate, but look, supportive, yes, but absolutely firm. Absolutely in charge. You are in charge of all aspects of you. It just sometimes takes a different perspective to flip it around again to the right way up. So that's the reason for today. It's interesting and really interesting, and it will be super interesting for the people that are resonating with this, for me to get my hands on you and do some spiritual guidance or some energy work regarding this, or indeed a reading, because this could be so easily unpicked and put back in flow. But you don't need me for that either. You are capable of doing this. I mean, you can always book in if you want to, but you're capable of doing this. You're capable of flipping the script. It's a perspective thing. And maybe a little smidgen of a physical letting go thing. Yeah, interesting. Let me know in the comments. Let me know how it resonates with you, how you're finding the energies of the day, how you are working your way through them. Obviously, this might be personal to some, so don't feel that you have to. But, you know, I think even in the comments, I see people with such wisdom commenting and reading each other's comments. And there's a lot of insight from that. So read through the comments, because I know even if you don't usually leave a comment, the awesome people that do leave a comment, my family, they always have real golden eggs of knowledge from many different perspectives, and even that can be enough to flip the cup the right way up, so to speak. They've always got something good to say. Some of you just quickly, this is screaming out that some of you just quickly aren't making the decisions to separate, move away from that which isn't serving you emotionally because of fear of judgment from your own family. A desperate fear of judgment from your own family and maybe friends. And again, that's a perspective thing. Nobody has the right to judge you but you. And even then, we don't judge you by the way that we've been taught how we judge. We judge ourselves by, just establishing what we need to let go of and what we need to move on from, what lessons we need to extract from whatever experience, and what lessons, really is valuable, yes, but not to be repeated. And so again, that's a perspective thing also. But again, that's a perspective thing for you to be able to really trust yourself and let go of that fear of judgment in a big way. And again, that would create huge growth, and it would actually create much calmer inner waters, because you can pretend all you like, but if this reading is resonating with you, there's something missing. There's a missing link. The cup needs to be flipped up, because then this reading is so awesome. Whoever you are that is moving into these new projects, these new teamworks, these new tribes, this is super powerful for you. So make the most of it and turn the cup the right way up. That's the title. Turn the cup the right way up. Yeah. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps you do just that and turn that cup the right way up, because the Ten of Pentacles isn't far down the deck. There's huge alignment and attainment here to be had. Even though there's a lot already being had, there's huge, much more. It's limitless. Everything is limitless. So I appreciate and love you all. Leave a comment, like, share. It's awesome when you do that. It helps me sustain, helps bring me new clients in, and I appreciate all of the new clients, of course. Stay in touch, stay balanced, stay whole, and stay in love. Mwah.